They say justice is blind, but sometimes it also arrives too late. He was born into wealth. His father was a respected businessman. His mother, a quiet woman with grace that filled every room she entered. Their home was not just a house, it was a symbol of success. But that peace did not last long. Before he turned a teenager, tragedy struck. First, his father died. Then, his mother followed not long after. And just like that, the boy
Mommy, I miss
became
you so
an
much.
orphan. But that was not the end of his suffering. The real pain began when his own family
Nechi, what is
stepped
this?
in.
You forged these documents.
Damien, you're
Uncles,
overreacting. It's all
aunties,
perfectly legal.
Legal. You
relatives
stole my
who
inheritance.
once
Chinedu,
smiled
look.
at
Your time is
family
over.
gatherings
The family chose me.
suddenly
Auntie, uncle, please
turned
stop.
into strangers with sharp eyes and colder hearts. The properties were taken. The house was divided. Accounts were emptied. And the boy? He was told he no longer belonged there. No inheritance, no protection, no home, only a suitcase of clothes and a memory of what life used to be. At a young age, he found himself on the street with nothing but his father's last words echoing in his mind. Education
is
is
the
the
key.
only thing
Yes,
that
Papa.
no one can
It
take from
opens
you.
every door.
I will study
The
hard.
street does
That's
not
my
raise
boy.
children kindly. He learned quickly. Some nights, he slept in unfinished buildings. Some days, he worked small jobs, washing cars, carrying loads, anything just to eat. But one thing never left him: school. Even when life was harsh, he held to education like it was a rope tied to his soul. He worked, suffered, begged, endured humiliation, but he stayed in school because in his mind, that was the only escape route left. People expected school to be different. It wasn't. He was brilliant, too brilliant for his background to match comfortably with others. That alone made him stand out. Some lecturers disliked him for reasons he never understood. Some students mocked him because he had no wealthy name backing him anymore. He was alone again, just in a different environment. But he kept going. Late night studying, hungry mornings in lecture halls, silent endurance when life tried to break him again. And somehow he survived it. After years of struggle, he graduated, not with ease, not with peace, but with
No one
scars
came for me.
no certificate
Congratulations,
could show.
everyone.
Graduation was supposed to be freedom, but the world had other plans. He searched for jobs everywhere, morning to night, email after email, office after office. Rejection became routine. No one cared about brilliance without connection. No one cared about struggle without influence. His father's voice still guided him, but reality was louder. 5 years
Rejected
passed,
again.
10 years, then it got to 15. Still, he didn't give up until one call changed everything. One evening, a friend from school called him. Just a casual invitation. Let's hang out. He hesitated at first, but agreed. When they met, the friend asked him a simple question. Can you drive? He said no. They laughed it off. Nothing seemed strange. They drove around the city, talking, passing time, normal nights, normal people. But he didn't know the truth, that his friend was part of a robbery gang. Later that night, they stopped at a location. Things escalated quickly. Shouts, panic, chaos. He didn't understand what was happening until it was already happening. And then, sirens. Police lights cut through the night like thunder. The gang scattered. They escaped, except him. He didn't know where to run. He didn't even know what he was running from. And in confusion, he was caught. In court, there were no witnesses for him, only circumstances, only assumptions, only a young man without power, without influence, without anyone to speak for him. He tried to explain, but explanations mean little when the system has already made up its mind.
Chinedu, for the charge
He
of
was
armed robbery,
sentenced.
the court
Prison
sentences
doors
you to
closed
10 years.
behind him like a final chapter. And life moved on outside. Years passed, and the truth slowly surfaced. That he was never part of the robbery, that he was never a criminal, that he was simply in the wrong place with the wrong people. But truth, when delayed too long, is no longer justice. It is regret. And from a prison cell, a man who once had a future became just another forgotten story. And by the time the truth came out, he was already forgotten.